Hello, everyone. Today is Saturday, March 2nd, 2024 at 1:23 p.m. in the afternoon. So, I just now, took like all my supplements at once. Um, you know, so I don't know if it was a good idea to take the clay simultaneously. I'm sorry about that. Take the clay simultaneously with take the clay simultaneously with um the coconut oil and the green supplement. So um I'm slowly but surely feeling a little bit better and getting a little bit better. And my sleep was better. Not well, even though this, remember I told y'all yesterday that this bed is it caves in and kind of leans to the side, you know. But for some reason, excuse me, I was able to sleep better last night than the previous nights. But the night that I had to be on the streets possibly could have been those possibly could have been nights that I could have slept better at if I had hotel rooms or motel rooms or whatever, you know. So um this morning I went to breakfast earlier than I usually would go to hotel breakfast, and I asked one of the front desk ladies where's the breakfast area, and all she did was point like with an attitude, like as if I'm dumb or stupid or whatever, you know. And then right after, she questioned me about whether or not it was still wet outside from the rain or something. I'm like, no, but it looks like it's gonna rain. So it was a little bit cold. Excuse me, it was a little bit cold this morning. Not too freezing cold, but it was a little cold this morning. And excuse me. So they had a decent breakfast, but everything looked like it was dirty, you know. So they had like sausage links, boiled eggs, donuts, cereal, bread, bagels, fruit juice, water, milk, and oh, did I say oatmeal? And I think I'm missing something. Oh, and regular bread. And I think they had coffee and tea as well. But yeah. Um so I I'm well, they had these like within like 3 or 4 minutes after I walked into breakfast, they had this Masonic perp couple. I think it was the female was wearing purple and the man was wearing red and black, and they just looked Masonic, you know. And excuse me, it seemed like they gang stalked or followed me to the breakfast area. But they're following you around, surveilling you. But I heard that they be instructed to not really talk to you. The gang stalkers. And they had this lady that was already in there, and she she was perping with the red bandana, and I forgot what other clothes she had on, but she had multicolored socks that had red in them, and I think some green and yellow or something, and maybe black. I don't remember. And and she acted a little bit weird towards me, So they had a few other people came in, and not many, that came in after I did. Like when I come up in there, nobody was in there, and oh no, I'm sorry, that was that one lady in there with the red bandana. She was the only one in there, and then afterwards, they had people coming in, and I saw cars, and vehicles, and trucks or whatever passing by with one headlight, strange headlights, tail lights, you name it, and I was only able to get a picture of one truck, and so the Wi-Fi works up at the front desk in the breakfast area, but it it fails to connect when I'm up in this room, you know. Excuse me. So, and it must have been part of the gang stalking script for the breakfast attendant to try to insinuate that I was being greedy just for looking at the damn donuts. And falsely excuse me, and falsely assumed that I was trying to take more donuts, and I was just looking at them. I had 3 donuts, and I can't eat more than 3 donuts. And the donuts didn't even taste the best, or I mean, they tasted okay, you know, but they tasted far, far from enough to go nuts over, you know. But I had 3 donuts and some eggs and sausage, and I'm pretty sure everybody else had what they wanted. But, you know, I saw that there looked like there was one donut, or I thought it looked like it was one donut left, and I just looked at it, and I was not going to take it at all. I had zero intentions on taking it. So, excuse me. So then I looked closer, and it had 2 donuts, you know. But you know how you just look at something because you're curious, or whatever. And people with narcissistic personalities, they always falsely accuse you of being up to no good or doing something that's bad or wrong or whatever. So, I mean, the fact that you don't know what was truly in my mind or on my heart like God does, but you act like you think you do, and, she falsely accused me of, because I had my earbuds in, and I heard her telling me something. I took my earbuds out, and I was like, huh? And she falsely accused me of trying to take more donuts or more food or whatever. Like, damn, I can't even go to breakfast without being harassed or gang stalked, and she said, but and then they make rules specifically for the target, while everybody else can do whatever they want, and I'm supposed to mind my own business. I'm like, well, generally speaking, if I might say, for this didn't happen today, but I'm saying, for example, if I might be like, well, other people, they have 4 and 5 donuts. Oh, don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. Or I'm worried about you. Or you worry about you. And then I wonder why do I have more restrictions and rules on everything, while everybody else got more freedom than I do, you know. And so I mean, I went to my room feeling really bad emotionally. Oh, and they had tiny little bottles of water, so I had some water, and I took one box of juice. Since I already had a lot of sugar with the donuts, they had a tiny little boxes of fruit juice. And I took one little box of fruit juice, and I had the donuts or whatever. But she was like, really? She said with an attitude, you're supposed to have only two. I'm like, well, I didn't know it's my first time here. But like at one of the other hotels a few months ago, that narcissistic gang stalking manager tried to call me greedy over one extra bottle of water. Now, like all those times I've been at hotels and take back two bottles of water, and I've seen other people take food out of the breakfast area and go back to their hotel room and get told nothing. You know, so I mean, how would you know if something is wrong or right or what the rules are if it's your first time there and there are no signs or nobody told you? And then, you treat me like I'm committing such a felony crime, or treat me like as if I'm stealing. You know, they over exaggerate the target's perceived wrongdoings, you know. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that if you're a breakfast attendant, I'm pretty sure you notice or see people taking whatever every day, or there's no signs or whatever on what limits of this or that what to take. And she tried to falsely make it like as if I was being greedy and inconsiderate of others just by looking. I just looked. I wasn't going to try to take extra. I had my limit already, but she said with an attitude, really, you're supposed to only take two. And, oh, you got to save some for everybody else. Everybody else got to eat whatever. But I'm pretty sure those Freemason perps behind me, especially the man, they probably had like 3 or 4 donuts. Or, other people had whatever donuts or whatever they wanted. Excuse me. So I'm the only one who always get like singled out, bullied, picked on, or whatever, you know. And donuts is what they had, So I mean, but then I would be considered wasting my money if I went to buy my own breakfast, you know. So, you know, I mean, but I don't know if she polices what everybody takes, or she just only singling me out and picking on me because she's a perp, and she waited till nobody was around to, start to harass me. Everybody else they had left out and were gone, you know. But everything was dirty up in there. Like the counters were dirty. They had this thing where they had the boiled eggs. Somebody before me took 3 eggs. So I'm pretty sure that she didn't tell that person, oh, you're really supposed to have this, or you're really supposed to have this limit or that limit or whatever, How are we supposed to know? But you don't have to be rude about it and treat me like I know the rules already. So anyway, I got back to the hotel room, and I bet you the online perps will try to taunt and harass me about the donut incident like they've done before, and my twin sister, if you see her, she has no room to call anybody greedy. But she sends her caught following flying monkeys over to bully and harass me. Like the fake perp that used to call herself Sunshine, but now she calls herself You Wish. I shared a community post, and she made slanderous, harassing comments about me on on that video. And then and it's like these people are so desperate to destroy, and people don't call them crazy. These stalkers that hate you but stalk everything and trying to control everything you do, but claim that they're sick and tired of you, but they just won't back off and leave you alone. And then David Jane um left me alone for a while, and he made like 13 harassing comments, and he made more lies on me. The fake Hell's Way Church. David tried to lie. He makes up a new lie and lied and said that I molested the church members' kids, in which that never happened. And I never even got alone with those kids. I never was alone with those kids. I was never really close. They came to the church a couple of times, but I kept a distance from them, really. But you don't make up lies like that about people and then laugh and think it's funny. Y'all the sick ones. So, but anyway, and he also harassed me about going to jail. But I'm gonna tell y'all this though. David Jane, what he did was he got arrested. I don't remember. It was before 2015. It's one of those years. He got arrested for giving a 15-year-old child some weed to smoke. You sitting there making fun of me getting arrested or whatever. But some people are saying though that those charges might probably get dropped. I don't know. I'm praying and hoping that they do, because I didn't mean any harm at all, and I try to do the right thing and try to make up and apologize, for my honest mistake. Because I talked to a crisis hotline lady, and guess what? Everybody who I talked to on the phone with ever since the police incident and they broke my phone, everybody who I try to talk to, they tell me that my phone is muffled. When I talk to them on the phone, that my phone sounds muffled. So it looks like I might have to get a new phone, but I really can't afford a new one right now. I might just have to deal with a shitty phone for a couple of more months. But so the crisis hotline lady was nice and supportive, and she told me that that what I went through, with the trespassing thing, that it was an honest mistake. And it was an honest mistake and a misunderstanding on my part. I didn't know, and I explained that. But I won't make the mistake again. But I told her about how harsh and judgmental people are about, condemning me about what happened and everything. And then I called the Gretna police station, and the lady listened to me at first, and she let me talk for a while, and then I was explaining to her what was happening. I mean, what happened over the week. Earl, if with that police incident. And she had like an attitude that said something about, "What are you telling me for? I'm the secretary." And I'm like, "Well, who do I talk to?" And then she tried to tell me to talk to somebody later on or something like that. Well, the hell, I can't even make a police report. Who do I report it to? To file a complaint. She was like, she said something about, "What are you telling me for?" Or "What are you calling?" I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was kind of rude and made it like as if I didn't have any reason to be calling. So, but anyway, though, I made multiple attempts to try to take a nap before right now, and have not been able to go back to sleep, like ever since after 9:30 or something. Could not go back to sleep, and if I did, it was probably for a few seconds of dozing off, but not that long. So my phone data is just about used up for the month, and then everything renews and resets tomorrow, and I gotta pay tomorrow. you know, and so I looked somebody had told me about a person named John Lang that was a targeted individual that was gang stalked and murdered by Fresno police like in 2016. And before then he was documenting his targeting, but he never used gang stalking, but he mentioned, about being he was being stalked, followed, and harassed by Fresno Police Department, and they murdered him and made it look like as if he killed himself. They stabbed him and burned the house down with him in it, and then they lied and said that he committed suicide. And so, you know, police are not perfect, and I heard that people with narcissistic personalities are attracted to the police profession and a lot of whatever other profession with power and authority, so that they can they sell their soul to the devil and then get those success in those high paying professions, and can be, you know, immune or invincible to being held accountable to anything that they do, screwing over people and stuff. Even doctors and stuff like that. So, and then because all your awards and achievements and everything and your prestige or whatever, nobody will believe you if you come forward and be like, well, this teacher did this, that, or whatever to me. So I'm just about running out of storage space from the previous month. So I'm gonna have to find something productive to do. It's up in here because I'm not leaving out here, but I have to find something to do. I'm too tired to even work on any writings or anything, but I'm gonna go for now. And thanks for listening to me. I wish I could talk longer.